Welcome to Totally Talent Podcast by HR.com, your go-to source for all things talent. Whether you're looking for expert insights on high-volume hiring, the latest trends in recruitment technology, or strategies for building a winning team, we've got you covered. Join us for each episode as we dive deep into the challenges and opportunities shaping the talent landscape today. Let's get started.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to another edition of Totally Talent on HR.com. I am, of course, your host, Mike Wood, and I'm joined by the wonderful people of Lizzy AI today, and my friend Yannis. I will try to pronounce your last name, but we've already gone over this. I'm not going to. I think it's Niebelschuetz.
Pretty close, yeah. Niebelschuetz, yeah. So, well, yeah.
Oh, welcome.
Too
You
bad.
are the CEO and founder of Lizzy AI. And just so our users are aware, what is Lizzy AI?
Sure. So, thanks, Mike, for having me. A pleasure to be here. Really excited. Yeah. So, Lizzy AI is a conversational AI interviewing tool. So, we help large companies and sometimes also smaller companies to, tackle the problem of large volumes of applicants, especially these days with AI generated resumes and so on and so forth, or mass apply tools. And we help TA teams reduce the workload and focus on more strategic things by providing Lizzy, which is, as I said, a conversational AI interviewer that autonomously talks with candidates, dives really deep, can ask structured questions, and provide, detailed scorecards. And it is a game changer for a lot of the clients we're working with.
Now, obviously, it's going to save time. That's what a lot of these tools start out. But have you seen any kind of are there better interviews that are being done using Lizzy AI and the better candidates that are coming in because it's all streamlined?
Absolutely. So that was actually one of the reasons why I started Lizzy AI, because I think, I've been interviewing people for almost 20 years, and there you have good days, you have bad days. Sometimes you stick to the script, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're in a good mood, sometimes you're stressed, and I always thought that's so flawed. And like treating candidates differently, while obviously hiring is the most crucial thing you can do in a company, is totally broken. And I always wanted to change that. And I think with AI, that's possible, and it absolutely is. So we have clients that use Lizzy AI to interview, large pools of candidates, and they tell us they brought people forward they would probably otherwise would have missed because of different signals, the resume or other things. So it totally is also an increase in quality.
That's great. So, what is Lizzy like? How does it evaluate a candidate?
Yeah. So, one of our founders is Belen. She's a psychologist. She works at Korn Ferry. She's a professor for HR psychology. And Belen built the underlying framework, how Lizzy assesses candidates. And we use a framework that's called evidence-based framework, meaning we purely look at what the candidates say, which is 10 times better than, trying to, see how people act, how they're, how they speak, how are the, facial movements are. It's completely irrelevant. Science and data tells us that the only thing that matters is what's being said. And you can ask smart questions to evaluate potential and experience in a, evidence-based way. And that's what we do. And this is, by the way, also the only very compliant way to work with clients, both in North America as well as Europe.
So it's the only verified safe tool that's out there. Can you just repeat that again?
Sure. So there are tools out there that try to incorporate tone of voice or facial movements. That's illegal in Europe, especially with the upcoming EU AI Act, as you probably know. And so the only way to, have a compliant AI interviewing tool is to, base all the ratings of the candidates on a framework such as ours.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, I think removing any type of bias when you put a person in there and they're actually looking at someone, there's an unconscious bias that's in there. So it's great to kind of level the playing field. How have you seen this play out across different industries?
Yep. So we both have what you call blue collar jobs, but also white collar jobs. So, for example, senior IT engineers, and works for both. Because imagine that Lizzy, obviously, since it's AI, has like unlimited knowledge of the world and the technology, and things you could and should ask, much more than probably me, or I don't know, a junior recruiter that pre-screens candidates. So it's equally applicable to all industries.
Great. And so you guys have been, I think I ran into you at HR Tech last fall. Do you have any plans of being at different events or anything coming up?
Oh yeah, actually, I just came off a planning session, so we're going big this year, actually. So you're going to meet us at Unleash Europe and US, HR Tech, US, maybe Europe, Breakfast.
Hmm.
Yeah, and these are the ones that we booked, and probably will book a few more.
Great. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to Transform is in a month, though. I'll be. I think I'll be there.
Okay, I have to check
Um,
that up or not.
yeah,
Okay,
but if you are if you're around at any of the HR Tech events, be sure to check out Lizzy AI and all they're doing to help streamline things. I honestly believe that the old phone screen needs to die. It needs to just get rid of it, because even as a candidate, it's just a phone screen to just confirm everything that you've already sent in. It's just another layer of wasted time and another meeting in the process. So I'm glad that you're hoping to put an end to that. But if you, one final question that I have for you is, if any of our listeners out there that find themselves in a like an AI interview like Lizzy AI, anything that you can tell them to take them off the ledge of just being really nervous with doing like an AI interview? Do you have any advice?
sure. So, I mean, first of all, think about that. It's a great opportunity for you to present yourself, because, I mean, we all talk about ghosting, and I guess we have clients that told us, between us, that they can only invite 5% of the people that apply. They don't have the capacity to interview everybody. So it's great that you have the chance to present yourself and to be invited, right? And this is actually one last thing I also wanted to point out. It's far more equitable, because sometimes we all know those stories of candidates that don't have like a Western name and are rejected in the process. And then they change their name, their resume, and suddenly they are being invited, which is absolutely horrible. And there are lawsuits going on because of that, for good reason. And Lizzy doesn't care, right? Lizzy interviews everybody, regardless where they're from, regardless, what their names, how their name sounds. So this is like a huge advantage. And I think it's great, because you have a chance to essentially pitch yourself in an interview, right? And I tell you, TA people will look at the scoring, and if you did well, you will be forward to the next round. So this is huge benefit compared to the old days. But yeah, essentially, if you are in one of those interviews, first of all, relax, right? You don't have to stress yourself, because you're not being judged. The AI doesn't care if you're nervous, if you're stuttering. Absolutely, it doesn't care. So you can take your time. You can think about how you want to structure your sentences, what you want to reply, but make sure that you cover everything you want to bring across. Um, our AI at least does asks follow-up questions if you didn't answer a question entirely. So that's good for you, because Lizzy will try to dig deeper and ask, okay, can you tell me a little bit more about that? What did you do, in case you missed something? But in general, like, lay out everything you did, and be detailed. That's probably what I would give
Cool. Well,
as an
I look
advice.
forward to well, I don't want to take an interview right now, but I look forward to seeing this out in the space. So thanks, Yanni, for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the street somewhere at one of these
So,
upcoming events.
likewise, thank you so much, Mike.
Thanks for tuning in to the Totally Talent podcast by HR.com. We hope you find today's episode insightful and inspiring. Don't forget to explore more episodes and discover valuable resources at HR.com/podcasts, where you can listen to all of our podcasts. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and making a difference in the world of talent.